Hey everybody, welcome back to the Crypto Critic YouTube channel. My name is Jacob, and I've been in the space for 2018, so I've seen my fair share of crazy price targets. The bearable guy 123, 589 by 2018. I was there for all that. I remember all that, and I think wild, baseless speculation can be dangerous. We'll talk about that. We'll also talk about some real stuff, some actual news by Mastercard. So yeah, a lot of interesting stuff. Before we get started, I'm not a financial advisor, although I think you already know that. And let's get started. So, by the Ripple Effect, who I am following, by the way, 558 likes. This stuff is dangerous. Ripple Effect, I am following him. Let's talk about why it's dangerous and if this even has any kind of, substance to it. What it says. Now, this is a Google screenshot. It says, TLDR, the Federal Reserve, the question posed, how much will the Federal Reserve pay for, I assume it says, for XRP? And the results, TLDR, too long didn't read, the Federal Reserve is showing interest in acquiring XRP as a global payment solution, with the potential for it being the value between 12,000 and 22 per coin if it becomes widely adopted by central coins. So when I saw this, I was intrigued, as anybody who has any amount of XRP would be. So I decided to look more into it. Now, when I myself type in this very same question into Google, it led me to a site, edify.app. The Federal Reserve is showing interest in acquiring XRP as a global reserve. It's a global payment solution with the potential for it to reach between 12,000 and 22. So, mind you, this is not a verified news outlet. This is just an app that somebody runs. Edify.app. Edify. Alright, key insights, let's just go through them real quick. Multiple statements from the Federal Reserve indicate their intention to incorporate Ripple, indicating a strong possibility of collaboration in the near future. So I would say this is probably one of the things that, is definitely possible. They didn't, point out to specific statements, but they're saying multiple statements. So if that's true, I want to say they have had some they said some questionable stuff that maybe. So we'll give them a little check mark on that one. Point number 2, Ripple's assisting in the development of CBDCs, stablecoins, with already established central banks of Colombia and other countries. Definitely true. So now he's got 2 for 2 so far, doing pretty good. However, no actual tie to the Federal Reserve wanting to use XRP. As far as we know, that is speculation. Wild speculation. And then putting a price target at 18 per XRP, I think is irresponsible and dangerous, to be honest with you. Federal Reserve, this is point 3. The Federal Reserve may potentially begin using XRP or the XRP ledger as the coin itself, which has significant implications for its value. The XRP, the Federal Reserve may not use XRP ledger. They have not said anything remotely linked to that. So this statement right here is completely not true. Wild, baseless speculation. Government central banks may be interested in XRP as part of their government initiatives, leading to increased demand for XRP and potentially driving its price up. They may be interested in using XRP. Again, it's possible. Like anything is possible. This one, since Palau and I think Colombia kind of stepped away from their partnership with Ripple, But Ripple is and does have partnerships with CBDCs of different countries. So, it's possible. Let's go on to the next point. Well, we'll give them half a point for that one. The partnerships that are happening are showing us that they are looking towards XRP, and that XRP buyback program is happening. So the XRP buyback program, that one is again wild, baseless. I would love for it to be true. I really would, but there's no substance from it. It's this one person, organization, pretty much putting a buyback program together. They have submitted it to the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve acknowledged they got it, I think. I could be mistaken, but they haven't responded other than that. So that itself is a dangerous program because they want you to give them your XRP, and they would be like the middlemen to actually retain that value for said XRP. So you would be giving them their money. So I would give my XRP to this company, and then they would be in charge of getting that money from the Federal Reserve. So whenever somebody tells me, give me your XRP, I'll give you something else back, always be wary with stuff like that. So until something substantial happens with that, as far as I know, I'm staying far away from the XRP buyback program. A lawsuit against, going to the next point, lawsuit against XRP potentially affecting its value, because research conducted by, there it is, Val Hill Capital. This is the one they're referring to. The XRP value assessment model predicts. This is the Val Hill Capital. There you go. We do have a couple of Q&As here. We can go through them. Is the Federal Reserve interested in acquiring XRP? They say yes. The Federal Reserve has shown interest, but as evidenced by recent statements and interactions with Ripple executives. Maybe. I wouldn't doubt they've had some interaction with Ripple executives, but they have not made anything official as far as I know, that I've seen. So we can only assume their interest. So you know what happens when you assume. Next question. What is the potential value of XRP if widely adopted by central banks? If XRP becomes widely adopted by central banks, its value has the potential to reach between 12,000 and 22,000 per coin. That is a big if. If XRP becomes adopted by central banks. I mean, sure, it could definitely be, but it still remains to be seen. It's a big if, and we don't know the timeline. That could be literally 20 years down the road. And we'll see why timelines are important as far as money and price points, why they can be dangerous. Wild speculative price points. Is the Federal Reserve planning to take ownership of Ripple XRP? Now, are they talking about Ripple's XRP in the escrow, or are they conflating XRP and Ripple? Don't know. But they say yes, the Federal Reserve plans to take ownership of Ripple XRP as a global payment solution. So could they? Yes, the government could take over a company, say it's for, Homeland Security, and take over Ripple. And they couldn't really do anything about it. I don't think they want to do that. Unless this Edify.app has some knowledge about, Federal Reserve's, hostile takeover of Ripple. But I don't think so. Is Ripple buying XRP as part of their buyback program? Yes, Ripple is buying XRP as part of to take it out of retail hands and into institutional hands. So this website is saying that Ripple is going to buy back your XRP to give it to institutions. Think about that for a little bit. They're saying Ripple is going to buy yours, not sell more that they already have. No, they want yours to go right about, turn around and sell it to the institutions. I would say no, straight up no for that one. What are your sources? All right, so pretty much says. I guess we can go to this last one. Is there a limited time offer for a liquidity bonus with XRP? Yes, there's a limited offer for a 10-day liquidity bonus, allowing users to top up, withdraw from the transaction with the ability to unlock liquidity and keep gains reward. I'm not even sure what they're talking about. Like, I'm not an expert, but I don't know if y'all in the comments can tell me what this is. A limited time offer for a 10-day liquidity bonus with XRP, allowing users to easily top up, withdraw, complete transactions with the ability to unlock liquidity and keep gained rewards. If this is a feature of the XRPL, I'm not familiar with. But that would be pretty cool. I would totally do that. I think I would have heard about that. I think this is definitely a no. I think this is pretty much fake. I don't think so. Now, what I want to talk about and why I think it's dangerous. So you have this concept of $12,000 and $22,000 per coin. I think it's irresponsible and dangerous for people to be propagating this. I'll tell you why. Now, this has no basis. Largely, no basis. It's baseless, really. So what happens when you put stuff like this out? So if I were new to the space, I would look at this and I would maybe believe this without looking into more. If I didn't look more into it, I would maybe believe that. Let's say I believed it. I buy XRP at 61 cents, and let's just say it goes to $5. $5. That's a huge gain depending on how many you have. If you have a lot of XRP go from 61 cents to $5, that could potentially be life-changing money for you. You look at that $5 and you remember this and you say, oh, but it's going to 12,000. Why would I lose so much money by cashing out at 5 or at 4? Why not just wait till 12,000 and make more money? Again, this is baseless. And this happened to me back in 2020, 2021, when XRP went to $2. I didn't have a whole lot, but I did have some, and I could have sold that. But I didn't. Why? Because I was convinced that XRP would go higher. $8, $7. It probably wouldn't if it wasn't for the SEC. But that's not my point. My point is, because I was afraid of missing potential money, I didn't take the money that I could have. And by doing that, I could have tripled, quadrupled my amount of XRP that I have right now. That could be 4 or 5 times that if I would have sold at $2 back a couple of years ago. So imagine the same thing happening to a new guy who's coming in. Buying at 61, not selling at the peak of the market at $9.50 or whatever the top is. So if you have that money available, if you have that opportunity, don't be afraid to take it. Don't be afraid to change your life if you can. Now, switching to actual news, real life stuff, we have this screenshot of Vite Event. He is an XRPL developer working with XRPL Labs. He doesn't work for Ripple directly. I think XRPL Labs funds is partially funded by Ripple. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the case. It says working on this. Debit Mastercard. Self-custody, card authorization with a custom on-ledger limit on your account using a hook. Now, if that's true, that's pretty crazy. Worth mentioning is the XRP sidechain sidechain called ZAO. Now, ZAO was actually XRP Plus before they changed it to us. It's pretty much, it's not the XRP ledger itself. Well, it's on the XRP ledger, it's not the XRP chain, but it's a side chain of it, and it's called hooks. And if you look at Vijay Van's tweet here, or X, whatever you want to call it, he uses a capital H. So, no doubt he's referring to that program. So he's working on a debit card self custody authorization, custom ledger limits using the XRP sidechain, which is pretty crazy. It's pretty great. It would be phenomenal for us. That would make more uses for the XRPL, and the more they use, the more the demand, the price goes up. So that's amazing. That's actual news. That is actual. That's not baseless speculation. That's actual thing. That's actual news. That's real news, right, Finaya? And stuff like this is not that circulated. So this is the actual tweet for him. It's a real life tweet. So there you go. Pretty sure I'm following Mr. Wind. Let's see. So I wanted to look up the actual source. Not just by him, but also by Mastercard. I found this news site, CCN, not to be confused with CNN. He did that on purpose. But from August 22, Mastercard partners with Ripple for CBDC's payments, defying the SEC. Key takeaways: Mastercard partners Ripple. Ripple establishes its ledger as a basis for countries aiming to launch CBDCs. We know that. US government officials disagree on viability of CBDC. Nobody cares. Eventually, they'll get it together. All right. Mastercard launched its CBDC partner program, which aims to use platforms to cooperate with key crypto industry members. So let's look at the actual Mastercard site. Here we have mastercard.com, and highlighted as the very first in the second paragraph here. The inaugural set of partners, including CBDC platform Ripple, blockchain, and Web3 software company Consensus. So they do have a couple of them. Idemia, which I'm not familiar with. Fluency, Consultant Hyperion. Yeah. So it's confirmed. It's 100% legit. Mastercard, y'all, Mastercard is actually working with Ripple. 100% confirmed. Pretty interesting stuff. Pretty great stuff. If you guys find any value in this, if you guys find this entertaining, leave a like and leave a like and subscribe. All right. Bye.